This segment is sponsored by the Mortgage Link and Eastern Title and Settlement. The real estate top performers want to share information about the current real estate market. We're hearing from Dimitri Apostolopoulos from Compass Realty, but first, Carey Riel from the Mortgage Link has your mortgage deal of the day. Carey and Dimitri, so good to have you here on Great Day Washington. Carey, I'm going to start with you. What's the deal of the day?
Hey, good morning, Kristen. We're highlighting our 15-year fixed rate mortgage at 1.75% with 2 1/8 points, an APR of 2.113% for loan amounts of $510,000, 60% LTV with 760 or greater credit scores, and that's on a purchase and a refinance. These rates are still extremely low. Give us a phone call. We'd love to help you out.
A great deal there, Carey. Thank you so very much. Dimitri, let's talk about this market. Where are we when it comes to buyers? What is the state of the market right now?
Well, as most are aware, we are in a seller's market, of course, but in my experience and what I've seen, primarily in the last couple of months, we're still receiving multiple offers, but it is a little bit different than before. Whereas we're putting a home on the market, allowing showings for 2 days, receiving multiple offers, and that's it. Now, depending on the price, you may receive multiple offers or may not, and that's where the market really has changed. And it's starting to level. And this is good for buyers, of course. They're going to hopefully not be much of a competitive situation as they were before. But pricing is everything with respect to the sellers. And buyers really need to understand, when is it okay to compete? And how much should you compete? How much should you overpay if you want a property? How long will you be there? We need to sit down with our buyers and really educate them with respect to the price of the home, the market value, how high should they go, how long will they be there, pre-inspections. You want the house, let's get an inspector in there and make the offer less contingent, more competitive, and really show them how they can beat the other offers and get the home.
Yeah, I mean, you all have the expertise as realtors. You've got the tools, the expertise that we need to be competitive in this market. Is there good to sit down and have a strategy before going in?
Oh, every time, and absolutely. I mean, and again, in this market, it's a little different. So I want to give a scenario where a home went on the market in Rockville, and it's sold in 2 days. Another home on the same street goes on the market. It's priced about $25,000 higher. They're I guess of the opinion that buyers will still come. That house has been on the market for 150 days, and another one went on the same street in the market, and it sold in 3 days. So, the point is, buyers are smart, and thank goodness that they have the technology to look at homes online, and they have the resources. But you still can't overprice, even in a healthy seller's market. When we experience these booms, if you will, that may be an exception for the time being, but if you're priced wrong, buyers still won't jump on it. And you have multiple homes that are receiving multiple offers and selling in a matter of days, and you have other homes that are on the market 100 to 200 days, and that's unheard of. It's that much of an imbalance, if you will, but it's also healthier for the buyer.
For the buyers, when it comes to deciding what home they're going to get and paying for the home, how do you decide whether it's worth overpaying or not overpaying? How do you kind of determine that with your buyers?
For me, it really depends on their timeline. So are you in transition for work? You're going to be here a couple of years. Is this going to be your forever home? Do you have at least a 10-year plan of living there? If so, overpay. You'll make up the difference in appreciation. If you're going to sell in 3 years and you're going to pay $50,000 more for a home, that may not be the home for you. So, it really comes down to the longevity of ownership.
Gotcha.
And that's really how I help determine what should that cap be? How much more should you pay and why? And then look at the appreciation. So, for example, Fannie Mae put out a report yesterday that homes are up nationally 7.1%. So I can sit down with the buyer and say, look, that's nationally. Let's look at what the appreciation is, not only on the local level, but on the county level. And then factor that if you pay $30,000 more and we're going to, appreciate an average of 5% a year, what's the value in 3 to 5 years? And then kind of put the numbers down and let them see that. They have to really understand the numbers and see if that's worth it.
And Carey, real quick before we let you go, we talk all the time about the importance of having teams like you that work together. Can you just speak to that, of just getting through this and, without the stress?
Well, I mean, just what Dimitri said. I mean, a realtor that's going to be checking all these reports, have the knowledge to share with you, for instance, how much you can expect in appreciation. Not everybody knows those numbers. So you need a professional, somebody who knows what they're doing. It's going to give you the advice to lead you into a purchase. It's, over the long run will make the most financial sense for you. I mean, obviously we're in a market where still you need to be approved, not pre-approved, but approved for a mortgage. You want to supply all your income and asset documentation to your lender, have them pull your credit, run the scenarios based on the properties you're looking at, and have an actual approval. It goes miles and miles further to help you get that contract ratified. You're going to want some folks that will communicate with the listing agent about the strength of your offer. And then once you get that offer ratified, you want to make certain that you're using folks that are going to do a great job for you with home inspections, with termite, with title. And, again, we have all those folks we've worked with for years and years that others have worked with that all come with great referrals, and we're happy to pass those on to you. And once you have a very pleasant experience, it gets you to settlement with a very smooth transaction.
Well, we're always thankful to the real estate top performers for all of this information, keeping us apprised of what's going on in the real estate market. Carey and Dimitri, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kristen.
The mortgage deal of the day is on your screen. Call now to take advantage. 833-MTG-LINK or visit themtglink.com. And be sure to follow the real estate top performers on YouTube. Great deal. We're back.